Hey friends, welcome to Blue Goose Gizmos. In my first video, I replaced the screen in my wife's old Game Boy Color with a backlit LCD. We dug this out. It had been buried for years, but we were able to find it and dig it out, and I replaced that. Here I have Frogger, which is her favorite game, and let me show you what we got going on. So just gives you a white screen. You turn it on, nothing but a white screen. She popped that in today, picked it up, wanting to play it, excited. She'd already played it a few times since we dug it out, and it did that. So typically, anytime you have anything doing anything like that, games, consoles, step one is to just try to clean it. I'm brand new to all this, any attempting to fix things like this. But the first three things that I fixed right out the gate was just cleaning contacts. I had two different games, a Game Boy Advance game, a DS Lite game, and actually the power switch for her Game Boy. All of them didn't work when I first got them, and all I had to do was clean them out. The on and off switch, I didn't actually disassemble too much. I just dipped the tip of this little pick in some isopropyl alcohol and stuck it in there and cleaned it out. It's not the best way to do it. If you really want to get it clean, you really should desolder and take that little plate off, but not quite there yet. So I've already done that. I've already cleaned the contacts for this game, more than once actually. Still has not resolved the problem. So now we're going to move on to step two, which is a little more advanced. Never done this, so I'm hoping I can do it, but the game's not going to get more broken than broken, so I figure I might as well give it a shot. We're going to do something called reflowing the solder. So to start out, we gotta get access to the motherboard here. So I've got an iFixit toolkit. You can get just game bit screwdrivers, just the singles if you just want to, you know, a Y-wing and a game bit, and you can do most stuff. I just went ahead and splurged and got the whole iFixit toolkit just so I'd have whatever I need. This is a G3.8 bit to get into this game, so we'll take this apart here. Okay, slide that front down a little, take that off. Okay, then we've got our motherboard. Okay, so as you can see, like I said, I've already cleaned these contacts here. There's a couple where the gold plating is all the way worn through. I'm hoping that that's not my problem because I cannot replate that. As far as I know, if I'm wrong, let me know. If somebody knows how to do that or a way to resolve that issue, please let me know. That'd be awesome. I don't think that's the problem. I don't think that would be a problem as long as it still has a good connection. Even though the gold plating is worn through, there's still more metal underneath it. I don't think that's the problem, but what we're going to do is all these solder joints, whether it be I don't actually know what everything is, fuses, resistors, probably resistors, I think, these little ones, and then these chips here have a lot of solder joints. So what we're going to do is reflow them, which is literally just heating up that solder to a liquid state again, and then letting it recool. The idea being that sometimes what happens is some of those solder joints just go bad. They break, they get something interrupts that connection, and so by reflowing them, you're just recreating that connection. So that is what we're gonna attempt to do. Now these are very small joints, so I don't know if I can do this very well. don't have much experience soldering. This solder I literally bought today. So we're just gonna give it a shot. Here we go. I do have some flux just to keep those solder joints nice and clean. You don't want them, especially since we're just reusing the old solder. We're not adding new solder to it. I want to try to keep everything as clean as possible. And if anyone watching has more experience doing this or has just watched other more qualified people doing this and you notice me doing something that's absolutely ridiculous and I'm terrible at this, feel free to give me some pointers in the comments. Absolutely let me know. Or if you have better ideas, just anything. You're not going to offend me. I'm just trying to learn as I go. Just having a good time doing it. So absolutely feel free to critique or give me pointers or what have you. Here we go. Okay, now there is technically a whole other chip that I didn't touch yet, because I'm hoping I don't have to. Those joints are really small. The other ones are already small, but those are smaller than even the ones I've already done. So I'm really hoping I don't have to mess with those. I'm gonna see if what I've already done hopefully fixed it. I just realized I do need to, I guess I can try with a Q-tip. So I used all that flux. We want to clean that off of there. So I've just got some 91% isopropyl alcohol. I'm just going to take that on a Q-tip and try to clean off this board. Some people use a toothbrush just because it helps. It's a little more abrasive, obviously. Kind of helps scrub it clean, and to be honest, I might need to go grab one. I just wasn't really thinking. I didn't have it here with me, so I may have to press pause here in a minute and go grab that. We'll see. But for right now, we're just gonna clean this up best we can. That looks pretty good, maybe. Oh, let's see. Maybe just... That's still pretty sticky. Got it on my desk a little bit here. Just getting the back of the cartridge sticky, so let's clean that up. Still kind of sticky. I think we are going to need that toothbrush, so just gotta go grab that real quick. Okay, got my toothbrush, got my alcohol, so we're just gonna dip that in there and do a little scrubbing. And then we're just gonna hope that I'm not destroying the game. I've seen a lot of other people scrub them with alcohol and toothbrushes, so I don't think I'm hurting it, but you know, I don't really know what I'm doing, so we'll just find out. We're learning from experience. That's what we're doing here. Gotta make sure it gets nice and dry. And that is still seeming pretty sticky. I think the lesson here being that maybe I went a little too crazy with the flux. So still working on trying to kind of get that cleaned off. Get it off my fingers here too. They're feeling pretty sticky. Now, 91% alcohol does kind of evaporate pretty quick. It dries pretty quickly, but I did use kind of a lot on there, and I just want to make sure it's nice and dry before I close it all back up. So I'm going to leave it and let it sit out for a little bit and just kind of air dry a little bit more, and just come back and close this all up and test it out once it's had a chance to just dry a little bit better. Okay, it's had a chance to dry now, so we're gonna put it back in its case and test it out. Let's see what we get. Here we go. Well, friends, I am honestly, I am extremely happy and a little bit surprised, and I kind of can't believe that that worked. Not because of the information that I got from other people, because I did not think that I would be successful. So just let that show you, if you're, thinking about trying to do any of these things, if you're wanting to fix something or modify something, reshell something, whatever you want to do, and you feel like, well, there's just no way I could do that, so maybe I just need to find someone else. Like I said, I bought that soldering iron today. Bought it today. I have no experience. Just saw other people do it, listened to the tips that they had and just went for it. So just go for it and see if it works.